Lisa.
Heck.
You know, I need to say your name a little different sometime. It just comes out, Lisa.
And I always do it the same. Beck.
I know. Sorry, people. That's all we know.
That's all we know. It's what we do.
It is. Y'all, we are going to get into this because we're excited to be talking about our subject, and it's cemeteries.
Yes.
So you guys, we're going to talk about popular cemeteries, some you don't know about, why we think cemeteries are good, and some people don't like cemeteries. They don't think the spirits are there and it's just a physical shell, and I beg to differ. But
I do too.
So
I do too.
We're gonna get into it deep. Lisa's got some really cool stuff. I've got some cool stuff. We're gonna talk about some EVPs and stuff we've got, and we'll be popping those in. You know our little phrase. We'll pop those in for you. Lisa, is there anything you want to say real quick, or before we get going?
One thing I would like to say is a shout out to our winner this week. Our winner this week is Cheryl, and she was the first to email, and she found the picture that you had up on the top shelf of the Bunsters.
Yay, Cheryl!
So shout out to Cheryl. I've already emailed her. She's sent her address to us, and Cheryl will be receiving her prize in the mail.
Yes. And y'all, they're all different, by the way. So
yeah,
every week we do different things. So yay, Cheryl. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And thanks for playing.
Exactly. And we already have something new. We know what it is. We're logging it all in for you guys. So you guys pick, what you think might be new tonight. And we're getting more and more subscribers and all of that good stuff. So
we are. Yeah. It's fun. We're loving it.
It is. It is.
And we appreciate y'all commenting too.
Yeah.
Because we love reading our comments. Love them.
All right, girl. Let's get into the cemeteries.
Let's do it. I can't hardly wait.
Woo!
As you guys know, Becky and I love cemeteries. We talk about it all the time. We like to go have picnics in cemeteries, and we've each had multiple experiences in different cemeteries. And so we're going to talk about some of those tonight. So
if you have never, I don't want to talk about it a long time because I know we brought it up, but you guys, if you have never done a picnic in the cemetery, it's amazing. You get such a warm and furry feeling, cozy feeling, whatever you want to say. It's a different experience, but man, it's a good one.
It is.
So break out your picnic baskets and go.
I wanted to say shout out to all of our fellow graveyard shifters, because I know we have several subscribers that are also graveyard shifters.
Yes, I noticed that.
Shout out to you guys. And if you have not checked out Graveyard Shift, that's Dalen Spratt from the Ghost Brothers. That's his show on YouTube. So check that out. Follow them, because he also is a big graveyarder. He likes it. So what's your first cemetery that you want to talk about, Beck?
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think in my head, because Lisa and I choose our cemeteries, which ones we want to talk about, so we're not double dipping or whatever. I want to start out with a pretty popular one, well known for lots of things, Bachelor's Grove in Chicago.
Bachelor's Grove.
Yes.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull up one of the pictures that shows the entry. Didn't I send one that had like the Bachelor's Grove, a chain going across, the little bitty chain on a trail?
I don't see that. No.
Okay. I'll pop it in.
We'll pop it in editing. Let me check.
Yeah.
Let me double check and make sure.
It just looks like a trail. Okay. I'm not for sure.
Is it this?
Yeah, there's one. That'll work. But I think the lights just freaking blinked again. So y'all tell us, y'all, just so you know, this does not happen here until Lisa and I get on and crazy shit starts going. All right, back to Bachelor.
That happened last week. So if y'all watched last week's episode, you will see that it happened.
Yeah.
So you gotta check that out.
Crazy stuff when we start connecting. Okay, so y'all, Bachelor's Grove is very well known to be insanely haunted for many different reasons, But this little part that Lisa's showing you, when you go to find Bachelor's Grove, because in my head, when I heard about Bachelor's Grove, I'm thinking grandness. Oh my God, Bachelor's Grove. Grove. It has been adventures, ghost hunters. Everybody in the world's been here. So I'm expecting something major. It's so not. It's just so not. No. It is like this little walking trail. And you walk down it and you can see to Lisa's, I don't know, I'm going to call it my right because I'm not sure. However you guys are looking at this, you can see the little entry. That's it. There's a fence that you're going to walk past and you're going to go, this is it, but this is it. It's very cool. So when you go in, do you have like the famous, there you go. You can kind of see the fence. This is it, y'all. It's nothing big, but this has a lot of ties to the mob. There's like this big lake that sits behind it. Supposedly bodies are all in there. All of this crazy, crazy stuff. When my good friend Michelle and I were here, we walked up to burning candles and black burning candles and all this crazy stuff. And I apologize. I had technical difficulty today and couldn't get all my pictures sent over to Lisa. If you could flip over to the famous photo of the lady in white. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys know the story of Bachelor's Grove, and if you're any kind of a paranormal investigator, I'm sure you've heard of this. This is a well-known photograph of a lady sitting in the cemetery on the stone on the left, on my left. And you can see it's just a plain stone. But this was taken during the day, this picture. And so, of course, Michelle and I are taking like 20,000 pictures to try to recreate it. And sad to say, we could not catch it. It is amazing to me because to me, if this was staged or something like that, I'm just kind of not buying it. I think this might be legit.
I think so too.
I've
always thought that photo was legit.
Yeah, I think this is a legit apparition that you catch in the daytime. She is looking at a headstone of her husband. She's sitting on that little thing. It's not an actual headstone, but she's looking at her headstone. But you guys pay attention to her hair and the dress. That's not anything modern.
No,
to say that
for sure
very
it's not.
slowly.
And it was taken, does that say April 2009?
Yeah. And this has been published a million times. And so far as I'm aware, no one has been able to debunk this and say, oh, this is a fake. It was photoshopped or whatever that sort of thing is.
Well, I mean, even if you look at her legs, they look semi-transparent.
Yeah.
It's
an old long dress, you know.
It is kind of a 1920s look.
Yeah, even in 2009, if you're going to stage somebody sitting there, I don't know. I think it looks pretty accurate. The cemetery is dated back until I think the late 1800s when there used to be a town. Now, wait, Lisa, wait. I think we forgot something.
Beck, we did forget something tonight, guys. We forgot our fancy glasses.
Yes, that's what we did.
All right, show me yours. I'm going to show you mine. That sounds naughty.
You're such a bad girl.
Yeah, check it out. Look at mine.
Fancy glass.
So cheers to us and cemeteries. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink.
Oh, and I would also like to say shout out to the gentleman at Home Goods store yesterday because, guys, I got recognized. I went in to buy some new fancy glasses because I knew they had their spooky stuff out. And I got recognized at the register, and he is a viewer. So shout out to you, Mr. Home Goods cashier dude in Dallas over on Park Lane. And clink, clink to you, sir.
Yeah, clink, clink, everybody.
Clink, clink.
We're thinking about getting us some t-shirts. Would you guys be interested in a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Put it in the comments. Let us know.
And you guys, remember to send us pictures of your fancy glass.
That's right.
Because
you guys are clink clinking us. We're seeing it in
Yeah,
all your
so
chat.
yeah, and in the emails we get. So send us pictures, clink clink, and
Mm,
we'll
cheers.
shout you out. Shout you out with your fancy glass.
Mhm.
So cheers, Beck.
I made a fresh new pot of tea today. I feel very England because I bought a fancy tea kettle and all that for the tea, and I don't want to get into the tea, but I feel very British or something because it's like, oh, I have a spot of tea. The tea's brewing.
She needs to get some crumpets to go with her tea.
Yes. Okay, back to Bachelor's Grove.
Okay.
If you could pull up the next picture of the barn that you just showed a little bit ago.
The picture of the barn.
The
This
old,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all, part of the the mystery of Bachelor's Grove is, and I actually think I have a picture of something that's looks a little wonky to me, but again, I couldn't get it uploaded. Um, Part of the mystery of the cemetery is this old log cabin actually reappears. It's not there anymore. It's all gone. It was wood. It's all, it's nothing's there. But at certain times, at certain days, not repetitive. It's just the luck of the draw, right? As well as anything ghost hunting. This damn farmhouse reappears. And I've seen pictures that people have caught this silhouette, and it's good. So, I mean, we catch a lot of ghosts and stuff, Lisa, but what if we got
But
an apparition farmhouse?
I mean, that's weird.
Hell yes. That's my Casper is digging. Sorry if y'all hear that. I don't know what he
I
is
thought we had spooky shit going on in our houses like we did last week.
for sure. All right.
So
So yeah, you guys go to Bachelor's Grove. I have to just throw this in. If you're someone that follows the law, good for you, proud of you, way to go. If you're somebody that maybe chances things, this is not the cemetery to do that. You
no.
cannot be in here at nighttime. If you do, a nice little policeman will be waiting for you and write you a nice little Chicago ticket when you come out.
Sounds
Doesn't
like you
matter.
know from experience, Becky.
I have this blonde hair, and you always get the blondes are dumb kind of thing. I tried everything. I come out and he's like standing like this. Been in the cemetery? No. Why were you in the trail? Walking? He goes, in Chicago. And it's like 2:00 in the morning. At 2 in the morning. I said, yeah, I was in the cemetery.
Best to just
And I'm
come
like, I'm
clean.
from Texas. We don't know. We don't, in our cemeteries, it's okay to go in, which is not, people. Y'all don't go into, make sure you have permission or no trespassing after sunset or whatever. Yeah, but I got a ticket on this one. This is the only cemetery I've ever gotten in trouble. So y'all don't go at sunset, go before, don't go after dark. Nice little policeman's going to be waiting on you. All right, girl, hit me. What do you have?
Well, first, didn't you catch this picture at
Oh, yeah, like in the back.
can y'all see that in the blue circle? To me, that
So-
looks like a woman in a Victorian style dress.
Yeah. There's so many apparition things that go on here. It's not big. It's very small in the big scheme of things of places you and I have been. It's rarely really small. But y'all, it's the Bachelor's Grove. If you're in Chicago area, it's hard to find. Not gonna lie, it's hard to find, and it's in the middle of town. But go take tons of pictures, and you won't be sorry.
Well, that's going to be a picnic
Oh
bucket list
yeah.
item for me. Okay, so my cemetery, the one I'm going to start with, this cemetery, I don't know if it's famous or not, but I do know that this cemetery inspired a book.
Oh, cool.
The Midnight of the Garden of Good and Evil. So it's
Oh.
Bonaventure Cemetery. And if you've ever read that book, then you will recognize this photo.
Oh, I like it.
So this photo is this actually is in the cemetery, the Bonaventure Cemetery. It's in Savannah, Georgia. And I did get to go there when I was in Savannah for paranormal investigations. I went there, and it was a beautiful cemetery, Beck.
Oh, girl, I'm just looking at the background of that and it looks amazing.
It was stunningly beautiful. It was not very big. I mean, it's a decent size, but it's not huge.
Yeah.
And it's famously haunted by a little girl named Gracie. And Gracie was Gracie Watson, I think's her last name. I wrote it down.
Is that
Gracie
is that
Watson.
supposed to be Gracie in that thing?
No.
Oh.
That's just a headstone that's out there that they thought it was, I guess, the appropriate headstone for the book. This is Gracie's resting spot here.
Okay.
She is behind a wrought iron fence. I took that photo.
Very cool. I can see.
And Gracie died of pneumonia when she was 6 years old.
Oh.
And so she has been seen in the cemetery playing and hiding between the gravestones. People have seen her. Yeah.
Crazy girl.
And yeah, so she was, just a 6-year-old girl that died, and she haunts the cemetery. But they actually do ghost tours through here. We didn't go on a ghost tour, but they do take you on and they tell you the story. But the guy kind of let us hang back a little bit. We were kind of ear hustling and listening. But yeah, so that's her little headstone back there. And she has her own little yard.
I just have such a thing. Like, y'all, it might even be an obsession with unusual headstones like that. Like, to me, I mean, it's a figure of a little girl sitting there, right? But
It is.
I'm paying attention to the detail of the little feet crossed and the
Yeah.
flowers behind her feet and how the wave of her dress is across her knees. Like,
I mean, you can
some
even see like her little,
serious carving and taking time, and the sleeve, the little notches in the sleeve.
yeah, the little laces on her, or the little things, eyelets on her
Yeah.
boots and everything. Yeah. It was
Love it.
and of course, guys, I'll be popping the full picture, so they'll see the whole thing in when we edit. But I loved this cemetery. I loved it. It is a cemetery that has everything ranging from soldiers, and it's old. Like this is the same cemetery. But look at all the Spanish moss hanging from the trees. We were in this place.
I just want to sleep there. Let's set up our air mattresses and sleep there.
I would. It was really,
I would
really,
too.
like this is another one. Isn't that so? It had some of the most unique,
Yeah, for sure.
resting spaces there. But it was just a very creepy but cool cemetery. I mean, we were there for a couple of hours.
I'm totally digging it.
I couldn't.
I'm totally digging it.
I just loved all the Spanish moss and all the beauty that was there. But yeah, so Gracie's the famous ghost there. She's the one that haunts the place. And I would love to go back to Savannah and you and I go have a picnic in
yes.
Bonaventure Cemetery.
I'm so
and
in.
It was so funny because going out to Savannah, I was like, I got to go find some cemeteries. I was sitting in the airport getting ready to board the plane, and this lady started talking to me at the airport in Dallas. And she's like, where are you headed? And I was like, Savannah, Georgia. Oh, have you ever been? And I was like, no, I've never been. She's like, listen, if you're into spirits or ghosts or anything at all, you have to go. Listen, you have to go to Bonaventure Cemetery. And I was like, to where? And she goes, Bonaventure Cemetery. You have to go. And she told me that when she went, she actually had a personal experience.
Oh.
That she saw what she thought was someone, like a small child, dart behind a tombstone. And she kept waiting for this kid to come out and never saw her. she never came out.
Wow.
So I was hoping to see that. I
Yeah.
was just hoping to see it, but I didn't have any personal experiences there, but it was beautiful. It's
So
definitely somewhere to go.
let's talk real quick on let's talk folks. Let's talk about etiquette in a cemetery.
Yes, let's please talk about
There
etiquette.
there are some things like a lot of people go into haunted houses and all this and whatever, but there is actually some etiquette when you're in a cemetery. One number one thing, be respectful. This is
Yes.
someone's loved ones that their physical body, their physical remains are right below where you're stepping. Don't just step don't if you're going to investigate a cemetery, don't be walking around stepping on everybody.
No.
That ain't cool. If it's me and I'm on the ground, I'm grabbing your damn leg. I'm going to make sure,
I'm
hey,
haunting
I'm
you.
right here, buddy.
I'm going
Move
to
it.
trip you. You're going to
Yeah.
get hurt.
Yeah. So y'all walk around, please. Be respectful of the rows, and it's sometimes it's really hard. And if you accidentally step right on somebody, you do what you want to do. But I always say sorry. I'm
I do.
sorry.
I
I'm
do. I
sorry.
apologize also. I'm like,
Yes.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, be respectful of where you are. Be respectful of the land. For sure. One thing that I think I've heard this by more than one person, and I disagree. Again, we kind of talked about it at the first. A lot of people don't want to go investigate cemeteries because they think the soul or the energy is still somewhere else in the
Yeah.
haunted house, in grandma's chair, wherever it is. Um, Okay, here's my opinion. Right or wrong, and I don't really give a shit what y'all think. It's my opinion and I'm entitled. Um, I think because it is a physical body, it is something physical. Why is that not just like an attachment?
Sure. It's
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would think that your spirit could always go back to your physical body at any point.
Sure.
And
That's
I believe, and I'm not a churchgoer or anything like that, but, and I don't, anyone who does go to church, I have nothing
don't
wrong.
piss the church
I have
people off,
nothing
Lisa.
against that. No, I just don't go, but I do believe in other things. I do believe in
Yes,
stuff, right? So I do believe that if you believe in God and that you believe God gave us all free will, then we still
absolutely.
have free will when we get on the other side.
Yeah, that doesn't go away.
And do you remember we had a meeting with Bishop Long?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he is legit a bishop in the Catholic Church. He's a demonologist, he's an exorcist.
And he's on TV right now, so y'all can check him out.
Yes, he is. And we've actually met with this man and had a very long 3-hour conversation with him. And he says that free will does not go away when we cross over it.
Yeah.
So we can go wherever we want.
Oh, yes.
Damn it.
Yes. That's why I'm like, it's no different than people that say, oh my gosh, this doll has an attachment to it from a little girl. She loved the doll so much. What do you love more when you're living is yourself, right? Yourself. You may not like the way you look and, my stomach's fat or my boobs are too big or whatever it is, but it's your physical body you're born with. And so I think cemeteries are an awesome place to go get EVPs. You can see shadows like nobody's business in a cemetery. Take a chair, set up at night.
Pack a sandwich.
Do it. Find a cool cemetery and go
Becky,
for it.
I need to get you out here when it cools down. And you and I need to go and do a little nighttime session at this tiny little cemetery out here by my house.
I'm dying to do it. You've been talking about it.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
It's little bitty. And y'all, we'll go live. We'll just do it live.
Hell
yeah, we'll just do it like that. So what's your next one?
Okay, this one I'm dying to talk about.
Okay.
The Brown Cemetery. This one, maybe you know, maybe you don't.
That's your mama back there.
Okay, this is my mother, and I have to show this picture because let's just say a super duper long time have I been doing this. One time has my mother ever done anything with me. Ever, 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 ever. This is the one and only thing that she did on Lisa's side. My hand won't point over there. And it was the last. She was not impressed. Don't give two shits about ghost hunting. She can say she did it. She's over it. And the only reason I think she went with me here was because it's very, very close to her house. Lisa and I, when we travel, we like to gamble. Let's just be clear. We are gamblers. We want to play the slot machines. This is by WinStar Casino
Oh
in
my word.
Thackerville, Oklahoma. This is if there's another picture, y'all, here's the realness. This is one of the creepiest places I have ever been that I have felt truly, truly watched and not alone. There you can see this is carved in some stones.
I was gonna say that's creepy in itself.
Yeah. So
Like-
let me tell y'all how to get here because I don't know that you can find it. So here's my best shot. When you exit one in Oklahoma to go to WinStar Casino, you pass a smaller casino on your right side and a gas station. You're going to take that road all the way down. I'm going to guess 2 or 3 miles. It won't take you long. On your right, you're going to see the big swampy land, big swamps, yucky, yucky. Pull over there. That swamp is related to the mobs, real deals. You can go look up all the articles you want where they have pulled bodies out of this related to mobsters and gambling and all of this sort of stuff. Literally right across the road, you have to walk up a hill. It's not an easy walk. It's an old walk. And this is all you're going to see. You're not going to see fancy tombstones. There's so many unmarked graves up on this hill. Oh, yeah, look at that. Does that
Always
not look
just-
like what was the scary paranormal show that the witches, where they had the cameras following the kids?
Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
That's-
this reminds me of.
that's creepy as shit.
Y'all, we had our REM pod going crazy. We had Boo Bear going crazy. We had EVPs. We heard gunshots, like legit gunshots. And I think they were residual.
Oh, so
This-
you don't think it was actually someone in the woods shooting?
No, I think it was residual. It wasn't
Really?
loud, like a loud kind of, somebody
Yeah.
could be in a neighborhood or something. It's very small. And you just kind of walk around on the top of this hill and find tombstones laying down on the ground like this.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. And you can walk and look behind a tree. I mean, you can't see them everywhere. It's the weirdest thing. So when I'm talking about being respectful, this cemetery is kind of hard to do that because you don't know. There's not very many, but man alive, did we get activity. And it is so damn creepy that I went with my mom, my boyfriend, and another team member when we went up to the Brown Cemetery during the day. And I couldn't stand it. We got so much stuff. I had to go back by myself. I couldn't do it. I
You
couldn't do
couldn't?
it. No, I pulled over. I walked up and I was just scared. First of all, it's Oklahoma. Nothing against Oklahoma folks. It just seemed a little shady, like where I would see mobsters like, hey, dude, you owe me $1,000. If you don't pay, I'm going to shoot your ass and throw you in the swamp. I don't know. I didn't stay. I couldn't. I didn't feel right. So creepy ass one, the Brown Cemetery, Thackerville, Oklahoma. It's very hard to find. It's very old.
It is. Look at
It's-
that, 1878.
Yeah, it's hard to find out any information on it. But you guys go check that one out.
I would like to say also, you were talking about etiquette in cemeteries, and there's something that you and I kind of do also. When we go to these, sometimes we go to these cemeteries and there's some graves that you can tell have not been taken care of. So,
Yeah.
just do a little bit. It doesn't matter. Like if there's a broken vase or something, put it in a pile. Don't just leave it scattered out. If there's, just try to do a little bit. Every little bit helps
I'm
somebody.
so glad you brought that up. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you and I have talked about just going out and doing some cleanup at graveyards,
Mhm.
because in cemeteries, because some of them are just in bad shape and they just
Yeah.
need some love. And those are somebody's loved ones.
It costs you nothing. Takes you a couple minutes. If the vase fell over, just put it up, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you brought that up. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can't lift that tombstone. It's too heavy, but you could clean around it.
Yeah.
So
Dust
that
off the leaves, whatever.
yeah. So it could be seen, pull some weeds,
Yeah.
nothing major, but
See how that's out by itself and like there's nothing?
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, there's others around it, but again, unmarked graves, right? So you take your dowsing rods, folks. This is the perfect place to use those.
That's true. That's very true.
Go find some unmarked graves.
And if you are someone who wants to do a little cemetery cleanup, you can do some research on how you can clean those tombstones. There's
Yep.
stuff you can put in your spray bottle and a brush, and you can take out there and clean it up some if you wanted to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, just something to think about. Well, my next cemetery is somewhere that you and I have actually gone together.
Oh,
Yeah.
were we
Louisville?
holding hands?
No, you don't ever hold my hand.
I'm so sorry.
So this is Louisville, Kentucky. Do you remember?
Oh,
It was a great cemetery. So
yes.
it's Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky. It's 175 years old. And it is massive, y'all. This place is massive. It
Yes.
is organic. And it is the resting place for Mr. Colonel
Girl,
Sanders, y'all.
I know. I almost did this because it is stunning. When you say the word stunning,
Listen,
oh my God,
that is the most beautiful
it
cemetery.
is.
That cemetery, did you know, we were saying this is the biggest cemetery we've ever gone to. Like, we didn't see.
Well, this
even-
isn't a day. You can't
No.
see it in a day.
No. So I did find out that cemetery is 296 acres.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's
But
massive.
It's beautiful. It's like the most stunning place ever.
So famous people that I mean, I guess two of them are really famous. Colonel Sanders and Muhammad Ali.
Ali.
Yes, Muhammad Ali. And we saw his tombstone as well. And I got a picture of it here somewhere. There it is. That's Sanders.
That's not it. It says
Mm.
Ali on it, I think.
Yeah, it does. But I think it's
Y'all-
cutting it off.
This is
we
this
go.
is a place that I literally would fly back to Kentucky to spend the day a day or two in the cemetery. Like,
oh yeah, we're going.
if I
to
did
do it.
nothing else, I would go to the cemetery.
Yes, that they have that cemetery set up for that.
Yeah.
They had
It's- oh my God.
ponds, reflection ponds. They have benches and places to sit under trees and stuff. It was really, really beautiful. You were not in the car with us.
Mm-mm.
It was me, Claudia, Sally, and Angie in the car, and we were driving into the cemetery. We're driving through, and we were all just kind of talking and pointing stuff out and looking at stuff, and we were recording on our phone, just our drive through, right?
Yeah.
So we went back later and we were watching our video, and we caught a little girl going la 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 la
That's
on recording. And we didn't hear it with our own ears. None of us responded to it. You can tell, but it's on a recording. And I'll see if I can get that. I think
Yeah.
Sally or Claudia or one of them has it. But it's like la 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 la. And if I can get it, I'll try to put it in so you can hear
Yeah.
it. But it was
That's-
this place was, I absolutely loved this cemetery. Like I could have spent days, like you said, in this place. And it had some of the most beautiful and unique headstones in it. Some with stained glass, and remember
Yeah.
how beautiful they were. So yeah,
It's very Gothic in parts.
it's
Like it has these Gothic looking, what do you call it when a person's enclosed?
mausoleum.
Tomb,
A tomb?
mausoleum.
Yeah, mausoleum.
Very Gothic looking, and
They
oh my
said
God.
it's a Victorian era. The other person that I put down here that is like a semi-famous person. Do you remember the explorers Lewis and Clark?
Of course.
So Meriwether Lewis Clark is buried there, and he is the grandson of Clark.
Very cool.
Yeah, he was actually named after Lewis. Meriwether Lewis was the other guy. So, yeah,
So good.
it's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. So if you're ever in Louisville, Kentucky, make the trip, go see it. They
It might
actually,
be the number one cemetery of the most beautiful cemeteries
yeah,
in the
yeah.
world, maybe. I mean, I've not been to Spain or anything, but
Oh God, wouldn't you just love it?
I know, wouldn't it be
Wouldn't you
good?
love to go? I know, we should just make it. We should just do it, Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to get to go to Ireland?
We are thinking about bumping that 1 year because my friend that does the tour said that I should come when she does Scotland and Ireland. And so I'm thinking about that. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do something big. I have a big birthday coming up next year, and it's definitely going to involve traveling to some haunted shit. So y'all know it will
Well,
be.
Just let me in on that so I can go.
Okay.
I want to go too, Beck.
Okay.
So
All right,
yeah,
girl. Let's talk. We're running short on our time. Pull up Lane Cemetery, please.
Lane Cemetery.
You guys are not going to know this. I'm going to bet $1 to a donut. Not one person has ever heard of this. Not one person has ever seen it. It is up in Arkansas, where my brother lives. Shout out to my brother Junior.
Shout out, Junior.
It is on a little tiny hill in the middle of nowhere. This is the history. This guy actually bought, there's a farmhouse that's down below this cemetery that you guys see. And when he tilled up the ground to do gardening, he started tilling up bodies, all these unmarked
No.
graves. Yeah. And he made that sign. He took the bodies and buried them, and he had all the little tombstones. There's maybe 20, 30. There's not very many, but all of these bones and stuff started showing up. And so he made the cemetery for the bones. And we went out during the daytime. I caught so much good stuff on our rim. Look at it. That's it. That's about all there is to it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's crazy.
The most activity, the best, most clearest EVPs ever. And like one is a little girl telling us her name. And then my brother's talking to me. You guys can look it up on YouTube. And he's talking to me and he's saying, Beck, I think it was this one. And I swear, as plain as day, you hear this voice say, which one, Becky? Which one, Becky? And I'm just like, oh my God.
That's on your Beck's Ghost Hunters page.
Yes.
Y'all go
So
check
y'all,
that out.
sometimes I talk about little gems that I keep in my back pocket and don't want y'all to know. So y'all know I'm sharing this with y'all. So you better like and follow and all that shit that you're supposed to do. This is a jewel. So if you can find it, I couldn't even find anything else about it.
Oh,
That's the nighttime session that we went back and we set. That's the flashlight coming on. Look at the cool orb by the flashlight. Again, y'all, there's not much to it. It's very simple, but it was awesome. So there's the moral to the story. you might have these big elaborate cemeteries and they're all great and they're cool. But if you can find something out of the way, nobody knows, nobody goes. My thought, my theory, my weird blonde process is nobody ever comes and talks to them.
Right.
So when you come and you visit and you're opening yourself up going, hey, let's talk. What are you doing? How, whatever it is you want to do. I think you're going to get more responses than again, somebody going, oh, you died. What year did you die? In the big cemeteries, not that you don't do that in the little ones, but my experience has been the smaller little out of the place ones are the place to be.
Well, that brings me to my most recent favorite.
I know.
That
I
we-
know.
Y'all, we were literally not planning a picnic in the cemetery. We were driving, going to a location, trying to get there. We were kind of running late because we'd made 100 jillion stops. And
True statement.
seriously, we see the cemetery and we were like, it was right off a busy
It's
road.
locked down, man. It is locked down.
We were like, turn around. So this is in Cameron, Texas. And we were on our way to Hallettsville, Texas.
Mhm.
So this is in Cameron, Texas. The name of the cemetery is the Cameron Pioneer Memorial Cemetery.
That's way too damn long.
It's way too long. But y'all, this cemetery is not being taken care of.
It's abandoned for sure.
It's abandoned. This is just one of the pictures. Look at all of the blue bonnets, y'all. It was a field of blue bonnets. As you can see, there's tombstones and stuff back there in the back. So this is one of the crazy ones that this is just like hand done. Look.
Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
So we were trying to figure it out. We were like B1093, D938.
Born and died. It has to be 1800s, though.
1893
Yeah.
and 1938.
Yeah.
Has to be. But it's just a B and a D.
And the name is Happy.
Yeah. Happy Lord. Yeah.
Like,
And then that's one of the ones that was in the back. And it was just an amazingly beautiful. There was so many, and I'll pop some more pictures in because I have a ton of pictures of the blue bonnets and stuff like that. But we just decided to get out and just walk around and see what we could see. And I had my digital recorder going. No, I had my phone going. I was recording on my phone video.
yes.
And we get back here where this particular tombstone area is. And I'm talking about the noise from the road and how that's got to be annoying. And I said, but you have a beautiful resting place. And then I asked, is there anybody here that would like to talk to us? We didn't hear anything. We get back in the car. We're driving back we're heading to the rest of the way to our destination. I'm like, let's just listen to it and see what we got. And lo and behold, it's clear as day, we hear a woman's voice go, I do.
Yes.
Is there anybody here who would like to talk to us?
I mean, it was the best EVP, I think, ever.
Yeah.
And it was just, I wanted to turn around right then and go right back and be like, we didn't talk to her. She said she wanted to talk and we didn't talk to her. So we did. We went back on our way back home, and we took sandwiches and chips, and we had a picnic, and we talked to the spirits and sat and just visited with them.
It was such a photo op too, because it was just, just covered with these blue bonnets, and it was stunning.
It was
stunning. This is another one of those stunning in a different way from the Kentucky cemetery. This is just natural beauty as it sits,
And it had some unknown graves in it, and one that was an unknown soldier grave, and I think I have that one. Yeah, it had an unknown soldier grave. And I remember thinking, golly, that's just bizarre that they've got an unknown Union. I think it said Union soldier even. Let me see if I can find that one real quick. Here it is. Unknown Union soldier.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. It was just a really beautiful place.
It was.
That was a good cemetery. I would same kind of thing. I think I would take the trip back to Cameron for that one.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent probably an hour there, y'all, like coming home, because maybe longer.
I
We
think we
ate
were
our
there longer.
lunches. Yeah, we ate our lunch, and then
Walked
we walked
around.
around, and it was so cool.
It was. Y'all, we were putting ourselves at risk too, because this was
God.
prime rattlesnake territory. And these blue bonnets and flowers were, I mean, we're talking mid-calf deep.
Oh God, it was so bad.
It
Like,
was.
then we found out like about bluebonnets that has something to do with the snakes, like the bluebonnets. I don't
Yeah.
know why. And
Somebody told us that, oh, you guys got to be careful in the blue bonnets. Snakes love those things.
I
We were
know,
like,
and I'm like, that could have gone bad. I would have had to change my clothes if I had seen a snake in that place. And we're sitting down. We're sitting on the little edges. I mean, a cemetery
are.
could have bit us in the ass or something.
serious. Yeah.
I mean, good God.
So y'all pack your picnics, get your friends. Y'all go out and go to a cemetery, have a cemetery picnic, clean up a little bit, talk to talk to the people who are there. I mean, if you think about it, spirits at the cemetery, it makes sense. If you are buried in a cemetery, 9 times out of 10, your loved ones are buried with you. So it's like a family reunion. I mean, it is. You just go out there and, hey, somebody, on the other side might be barbecuing. Get you.
Well, in the 1800s, they really did that.
They
They
did.
would go to the cemeteries, and it was like a thing. They barbecued, they brought sandwiches and made home bread and all of this kind of stuff, and would
Yeah.
go celebrate in the cemetery.
In the cemetery with their loved ones. Yeah.
And where did we lose that? Like, we need to be doing that.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but yeah. Well, you and I do it. We go pay our respects to people we don't even know.
Mm-mm.
We talk to
We
them.
talk to strangers, living or dead. I don't know.
I'm kind of wanted. I'm gonna go talk to the dead before I talk to the living, because sometimes they're rude. I'm just saying, y'all don't be rude.
Y'all don't be rude. Y'all
Y'all don't be rude.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap it up. Sorry, we've gone over quite a bit, but we've tried, man. We try, but we like to talk. If you haven't figured that
talkers.
out.
We are. We're talkers. But hey, our listeners seem to like it. They tell us that's part of our charm. So,
we have charm.
I mean, our listeners think we do.
What's in their fancy glass if they think we have charm?
Maybe mine's whiskey tonight.
Mm-hmm. All right,
It's
y'all.
not.
Have a good week. Thank y'all for joining in, for participating in all of our weird what's new. Sending in for the game and the shout out. Send us your fancy glasses, damn it. We need more photos,
Yes.
So,
Yes, we do. Well, all right. What do we got coming up?
we're going on a big investigation at the end of the month. It's going to be kind of cool. So we'll report back on that with everybody. There's some cool cemeteries. Maybe we'll do on TikTok. You guys follow us, or we'll do YouTube live, and you guys can have a cemetery picnic with us.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
We should do a TikTok live cemetery picnic. Let's do it. All right.
Okay. Check. That's going to be in the works.
It's going to be hot as hell, but we're going to do it. Okay.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find us and all of that stuff that you say way better than me.
All right. So the TikTok we were just talking. You can find us on TikTok at Lisa and Beck. That's BECK, leave the Y off. Okay. So that's on TikTok. Email us, oursideparanormal@gmail.com. of course, here on YouTube. And we also have our side paranormal Facebook page. So follow us on there as well.
Yep.
And y'all, please comment, please send us emails. We love to talk to you guys. So
Don't beg, Lisa. It makes us look bad.
please help me. I'm
Please
poor.
do it. Do it. We're gonna cry if you don't.
Yeah. So yeah, we really truly enjoy interacting with you guys, hearing from y'all. We want to know what you think. We want to know what you want. And again, email us and tell us something y'all want to hear us talk about.
Yep.
Because we'd love to hear your ideas. We'd love to know, is there something that we haven't even thought about? Because I'm sure there is. Sure there is. So y'all just keep tuning in and always stay spooky.
Stay spooky, people.
All right.
Ciao.
Ciao.